India has seen many legacy businesses shaping the nation's journey and building it to its present glory. And today, from the capital, New Delhi, we bring you the story of a leader who took the heritage of one of India's most storied business families and re-architected it for the modern era. I am Shafiulla Hirehal Nuruddin, your host for Legends of Life Sciences. And it is our honor to meet Mr. Umesh Modi, the visionary behind UK Modi Group and Signutra. Mr. Umesh Modi, it's a privilege to have you with us. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
What early lessons from your family and education still guides your toughest business calls today?
Well, so I was born at Modinagar, a town which my father was building in 1951. So there was no good schools there. Whatever the schools were built was built by the family.
Okay.
And they were Hindi medium schools. So he sent me to the boarding school while I was very young, in 1958, at the young age of 7 years. Sindhya School, Gwalior. So the lesson I learned in that school, which was what discipline. That discipline is the most important thing in the life. So it was a school which, apart from studies, laid a great emphasis in personality development, sports, etc.
In one sentence, what is Signutra's founding thesis and what proof point made you double down?
The founding thesis from day one was that I want to compete. There were 5 big players in the clinical nutrition market.
Okay.
So my basic thing was to compete with them, and I picked up
Signutra.
Signutra was to compete with the best of the best. That means if we are going in the adult nutrition, we will compete with companies like Abbott. Yeah. And ultimately, if we go to infant nutrition, then we will compete with companies like Nestle. So we were the first, it's not only in India, perhaps in whole of Asia, whole of the developing world, that there is no other company with that desire and dream. Other companies, I don't want to take a name, which you know, are talking of price. They're not talking of the product superiority over these countries. So, when you are a company and you're the lone company which talks of this philosophy, so many companies join you.
Yeah, absolutely.
World giants join you. In the pharma, you are not bothered about the taste.
Yeah, it's only capsules.
But here you have to worry about the taste. So you have to have a problem. If the taste is not good, kid will not take it.
Yeah, I know.
So that balance is a very, very tough one.
Where do you see the UK Modi Group and Signutra over the next decade in terms of global expansion, technology, and nutrition science leadership?
So you see, our first part that we tied up with DuPont IFF, DuPont company, now DuPont IFF, and we went with the plant-based ingredients, soy. And once you go to plant-based ingredients, we could only make products for 2 years plus, child, adult, mother, not even mother, and for cancer patients. 50% of the market in India is infant.
Infants, yeah. That's a great
one.
one.
0 to 2.
Yeah.
Very difficult one. And that's based on milk. Right?
Yeah.
And in premium market, perhaps Signutra is the only company in India. And now we'll be going into Vietnam, Malaysia, Singapore. And idea is that we will go international.
Thank you, Mr. Modi, for this great insight.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot. the day they innovated, they transformed wellness across the globe. From ancient wisdom to cutting-edge science, India's wellness leaders are redefining the future of health. From groundbreaking plant-based bioactives to strategic alliances with leading global wellness brands, his mission has remained unwavering to deliver innovations that change lives. This is the remarkable story of Sanjaya Mariwala, the Executive Chairman and Managing Director of OmniActive Health Technologies. Mr. Mariwala, it's a privilege to host you today. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you, Shafi. It's nice being here.
Mr. Mariwala, OmniActive has become a name synonymous with innovation in nutraceutical ingredients. Can you take us back to the very beginning? What sparked your passion for this industry?
It's an interesting question. Before OmniActives, I was running a company called Cancor Ingredients. It was a family business which my family had invested in. And for many years, it was not doing very well. It was basically doing extracts of spices for natural flavors, colorings, and essential oils for fragrances and perfumes and flavors.
Okay.
And these are all natural raw materials, agricultural raw materials that are being extracted and that were being made into finished products, which are intermediate products that go into finished formulations of food and colorings for the food processes. So I was involved in that business. I was asked to look after that business by the family, and it's something I inherited from the family in a sense. So when I reached a certain point in my life, which was about 22 years of running that business, I looked at myself and said, what should I do next? Okay, and where do I go from here? And then I looked at what are the new products we would do, what are the new opportunities that are possible. And we looked at mapping out the opportunities in sectors, different sectors. So we looked at personal care and we looked at healthcare. And we were already in the food, so we said look at the two sides of it, personal care and healthcare. And when we looked at these two, we came up with the theory that healthcare was more promising because it looked interestingly for the future as an opportunity. And it was starting to just open up at that time. This was almost about 22 years ago.
How did you get this courage and willpower, to achieve such a great height? From where did you get this?
So I think that's the entrepreneurial spirit. You can't let go.
Yeah.
Once you achieve something, once you get after something, you have to make sure you achieve it. I have always had that philosophy in my life that when I want something, I go and get it.
That's right. Really, very nice.
As long as it's something good for the world.
For the world.
It's not something bad for anybody.
Absolutely. Mr. Mariwala, what is your vision for OmniActive Health Technologies over the next 5 to 10 years in terms of research, product development, leadership, and global expansion?
I think the most important thing here is that how can we be the most wanted innovation partners for our customers. This is our mission. Okay. We want to be we want to do this well because we want to be the first partners people think of in the nutrition space. If they want natural ingredients, whom should they turn to? First person that they think of should be OmniActives. That's my mission for creating this well.
Finally, what advice would you give to young Indian entrepreneurs who wants to create science-backed, globally respected health brands?
I think it's a great area to venture into, but be clear that one of the things that you will need here is very strong commitment to your mission. You need to be very committed to your mission. You need to have the right kind of people. You need to get the best talent in the business, and you need to ensure that the team works together in understanding the needs of the consumer and expecting anticipating what the consumer needs, helping your customers do a good job of creating unique and innovative products. The principle behind this industry is that every brand out there wants something unique and different.
Yeah.
You can't do me too product. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't.
So don't go down that route. It's very important.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mariwala, for sharing your journey and insights with us.
Good. Thank you, Shafi. Thanks a lot for an interesting talk.
Namaskar and a warm welcome to Legends of Life Sciences. I'm Shafiulla Hirehal Nuruddin, founder and managing director at Greenspace and your host for this series. In today's episode, we bring you an inspiring tale of resilience and foresight, the rise of a man who turned humble beginnings into a powerhouse of innovation. From the serene hills of Himachal, where he started with a small dairy unit, to a leading one of the India's largest nutraceutical CDMO organizations. His journey is a testament of grit and transformation. This is the story of Suresh Garg and his pioneering venture, Zion Lifesciences. The man behind Zion Lifesciences, Mr. Suresh Garg. Welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Garg, before Zion, you spent years building and running a dairy venture. What did those early years teach you about resilience and business discipline?
Dairy industry has given a lot of learning. First of all, when we have set up the dairy industry, getting the license from the government of India is a big issue. Government of India is issuing the license only to the cooperative industry for set up dairy. So I planned this industry with such a way, this falls under small scale. Get the license from the state government, not gone up to the government of India. So that was the days when nobody can get the license, but we have done this. Secondly, that time we are very, very quality conscious. Even the president at that time, Shri Shankar Dayal Sharma, awarded us for the quality products in 1994.
Fantastic. In 2003, you made the brave pivot from dairy to nutraceuticals. What convinced you this was the future?
When we are navigating the dairy business after the successful running for 15 years, idea came in my mind. Nutrition industry is much bigger than the dairy. I have visited many countries, seen that there is a lot of nutrition discussions are going on. International companies are very much interested to set up industry, approaching industry in India to manufacture nutrition products. So with that idea, we have started this industry.
I have something to ask you about your personal question. You are very kind by your heart, and I get to know from many of your friends that whoever comes to you, you treat them not as a customer, but you treat them as their own brother. What is this idea behind, and how does this comes to you? When you treat your clients as your own brothers when they are doing business, this is something unique which nobody does like this.
Actually, this is the nature of the person. So, we have learned a lot from our parents. Because my father is having a very, very pleasing nature, very kind to the society, doing a lot for society. So that blood came into us, and now we are also giving a thought that we cannot do anything. If the God gives, why we are not doing that? So with that thought process, we have done a lot towards to the Swargdham in Paonta Sahib, where we have the factory. We are organizing a lot of langars, food for the needy persons. We have a clinical to free giving a medicines. So those type of things are working.
Finally, what advice would you give to young entrepreneurs who want to build globally trusted brands in the health and nutrition space? What advice you want to give?
If we are talking about young generation is going very fast towards making the money within no time. But few things which are really required to see, that's the one quality: transparency, compliance to the product, which are normally ignored, but subsequently you face a lot of problems. And secondly, they must go towards the innovation ideas, because according as I have explained earlier, the changes are required and innovation ideas works.
Thank you so much, Mr. Garg, for sharing your incredible journey and insights with us. Thank you so much for making this happen. Thank you.
Thank you. Nice of you.
In this episode, we bring you the journey of two young disruptors who dared to reimagine nutrition in India with a brand that made plant-based wellness not just effective but truly enjoyable. From humble beginnings to Marico-backed success story, their company has become a movement loved by millions of Gen Z and millennials. This is the inspiring journey of Plix Life and its co-founders Rishubh Satiya and Akash Zaveri. Rishubh and Akash, welcome to the show. It's a pleasure to have you both on this show. Rishubh, let's start with you. What personal goal made Plix inevitable?
So, while building Plix, this was around 3-4 years back, right? When plant-based, natural nutrition supplements were not so commonly available. And people were looking at nutrition with brands which were building more towards the bodybuilding space, where I saw brands building for protein, and they had poster boys of people who were like very well built and had strong physiques. So it was very intimidating to a normal consumer. We wanted to make Plix accessible to everyone, like someone like you and me wanted to consume it, right? Not to build massive muscles, but just to stay fit. And the second thing which was very important for us was to make nutrition fun and tasty. We wanted to make nutrition not like something you have when you're sick or you're unwell, right? But you want to consume it. It has to be fun, tasty, non-intimidating, a great experience which you look forward to every day. And that's what was one of our vision and missions when we were looking to build out Plix.
Akash, why did you both bet on a plant-based before it was even obvious in India?
Yeah, so around a decade back, when I was living in the US and working there were a lot of companies doing it over there. And why India is because there were immense white spaces. One of the key reasons is the sentiment a decade back in India was that supplements are adulterated and anything you get in the market is synthetic and of artificial nature. Plant-based allows you to sort of bridge that gap where people understand the natural story. You're also able to look at plant-based as being something of Indian origin, where ingredients are sourced locally. And that's a very compelling story, not only to the consumer, but even for the economics of this industry, because you're no longer paying high import tariffs on the raw materials that go into this. But just an immense white space. We were one of the pioneers, Plix was one of the pioneers in launching plant-based nutrition in India. And we did a fantastic job making it fun, sexy, and universal for the Indian audience.
Very nice. Why Marico? What edge beyond capital did they bring?
Yeah, so while this was 2023, we were evaluating partners that would help us with the next leg of growth at Plix. And we evaluated almost everybody, right? And what we saw in Marico was sort of this philosophy of building large, profitable businesses that run through legacies. And we've seen them do that with their own brands, their inorganic acquisitions. And what really struck out was they had a very strong D2C portfolio of successful brands that they acquired and scaled. And we saw Plix to be a great fitment with that.
Finally, what legacy should Plix leave? And if you could set one industry standard, what would it be mandated?
For me, it's very important to make nutrition fun and tasty, right? It should be extremely non-intimidating and something you want to consume every day. That's what I want to leave behind, right? That nutrition shouldn't feel like a medicine. It should feel like a lifestyle, something you look forward to doing. You talk about it. It should be social. Like you should be able to share your nutrition, feel cool about it. Like how today the alcohol industry has done today, right? Has made alcohol very cool, right? I think that's what you want to do for wellness. We want to do for nutrition. Make it sexy, appealing, something very social. That's what the brand also we are today. We're a content-driven brand, focusing on millennials, Gen Zs, sharing about their lifestyles. That's what we want to do. And what's the benchmark I want to leave behind? I think at Plix, we want to build ingredients and products which are highly efficacious, right? Backed with clinical data, has solid actives, and have the least amount of synthetics inside them, right? Build on the legacy of plant-based.
Thank you so much, Rishubh and Akash. Lovely talking to you guys.
Likewise.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
From a bootstrap startup to a plant-based revolution, loved by millions, Rishubh and Akash's story with Plix is about grit, taste, science, and sustainability. They remind us that wellness doesn't need to be intimidating, it can be joyful. This is the legacy of Plix Life. Join us again as we explore more journeys of pioneers redefining health and wellness, only on Legends of Life Sciences.